Earthshaker is gonna have a little bit of a hard time roaming around the map when he's playing against the Clockwork, though. It's very easy for him to just get on top of him and run after him with that Battle Assault. You can't get your spells off against him. The only thing you can actually activate, thanks to the huge cast point underneath the Battle Assault, is your Echo Slam that has no cast point.
Nothing like solo echoing a Clockwork inside of a cogs, right? I think that's pretty solid.
Hmm. I mean, he's gonna have to buy like a four staff on the Earthshaker to get away from the Clockwork if he's not like super careful with his positioning. We'll see though. Either way, it makes your game so much more annoying when you have to deal with that one. I do like Clockwork quite a bit. He is one of my more favorite heroes.
Quite nice.
Yeah. 1 minute left of reserve time here for Jiang Hu. Uh, imagine they grab their position 5 here, right?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
And I like the Undying. This is a super strong lane hero. So they really, again, are all in on securing Neko's lane. They really want to make sure that he has like the best possible chance. Now, could you take the Timber Saw here? Is the question. Even though it didn't do too great against Troll Warlord before, but
you don't want to, you do or you don't want to see the Timber Saw.
that's what I'm wondering. Is like, do you take it here on Electronic Boys into, you know, this off lane Undying Troll, or you know, take it off lane into the safe lane Undying Troll, or do you pick like just like a better hero from range that can fight them?
I mean, the first couple levels would be like the very start of the lane would be a struggle against the Undying and the Troll Warlord together, and reducing your base damage and whatnot. But after that, interesting.
I was wondering about Veno. I didn't think it was gonna be good, and I guess with the Undying, it's quite a bit better.
Mhm. This is a very annoying lineup to play against. The Clockwork, the Venomancer, the Puck. I mean, there's so much kiting here. There's so much like running around in these team fights. They're gonna be able to take them in such a scrappy way. It's one of the few heroes that can deal with the Troll Warlord and the Undying lane. I mean, Undying is so good usually at securing a good start of the laning phase. I think it was the one thing that stopped them from picking up a Timber Saw here, is that Undying pickup.
Yeah,
But the Venomancer makes a lot of sense.
yeah, the Venomancer is quite good. Undying, like anytime you want, like all he wants to do is play up on the enemy offlaner, and to play up on Venomancer, you have to walk through like 4 Plague Wards and lose like so much health just to walk up, use like Decay and right click the Venomancer, and yeah, it's usually just not worth it. He's also one of those heroes that just like occupies a lane for a little while and then ends up farming super fast because of, you know, extra levels in Plague Wards, as well as the Poison Sting.
Yeah. With the talent, the poison sting becomes even worse. The minus 10% poison sting slow. You're
Dude,
just
it's
slowed for
so
25%.
It's so
Yeah.
good. I love it.
I see Venomancer on the other team. We picked that talent up when it's like 25 minutes. I think, oh boy, I was having fun playing Dota up until now.
Oh yeah, I
Now I'm
can't
just
wait
not
till
moving.
I put my snowshoes on and go dredging through the snow at at no movement speed.
Oh yeah, nothing like a day up in the mountains, eh? But, we're not doing Canadian snowboarders yet, are we? We're doing construction today.
Yeah,
We
you
can
know,
do
one thing I
snowboarders
found
next time.
out is your Canadian construction gear is quite a bit better than my American construction gear.
Let's fancy that.
Yeah, very
Speaking
nice
of
vest you got there, sir.
mountains, it was actually snowing pretty hard earlier over here in the Great White North, up in Vancouver. There's not
Yeah,
normally a ton of snow around here.
yeah, it was like it was nice and warm today, Neff. I cannot complain. I
Mm.
walked around, I did some yard work. Good stuff.
Yard work. Look at
Yeah.
this. Look at
I had to cut down a
Mister
tree. You know, my hands hurt. Turns out
Mister
that tree
Buffett
has
over here.
thorns and I don't have gloves. So it was a very tedious and very painful process.
Wait, so you have full safety gear, but you don't have gloves?
You know, they don't give us everything for the job here, Neff. You know, it's kind of the bare minimums.
Mhm.
I'll have to
I
speak to
mean,
my union real quick. I'll get back to you on that one.
I see. I'm very sorry. All right, that's Wraith King picked up last year. I mean, that's extra. It push. It's a frontliner which they very desperately need right here. It's a carry. It ticks a lot of different boxes. And dealing with the Troll Warlord as a Wraith King is still going to be a little bit difficult, but I think that they do have the tools they need to just sort of kite the Troll Warlord around in these team fights. And the Wraith King, by the time he goes down, once he comes back up, I think you'll be able to take care of the Troll Warlord.
Yeah, I like the Wraith King a lot because if he gets like the initiation on a Troll, it's gonna force like a pretty early battle trance. And Wraith King, similar idea, you know, in terms of how it works is. He used to be like the old school Enigma and faces void counters because it's like, oh yeah, use your big spell. You know, you're gonna have to use this big spell. In Troll's case, it's the battle trance, and then he just reincarnates, and his whole team's like, oh hello there.
Mm-hmm.
We have come to help our carry.
All right, what do you think of the Night Stalker though? Do you think it's super good against like the Puck, against the Witch Doctor? I love me a Blink Dagger Night Stalker.
I think this Night Stalker is gonna get wrecked, like straight up. I think this Night Stalker is gonna have a terrible lane. I think he is gonna die at least once in the first 5 minutes.
I see. Definitely not mincing words there.
Yeah,
I like the cosmetic he's got though.
It is a great game for him in general, right? Crippling Fear is so good against Puck. It's really good against the Witch Doctor and the Venomancer if he can get on top of these heroes. But I think the lane stage, I mean, Wraith King and Witch Doctor are just going to chew through this hero. Like, he has good health and good armor, but he has just a giant melee creep for the first 5 minutes of the game.
Yeah. I mean, he's gonna walk close to the creep wave. He's gonna get hit by the casket, hit by Maledict, hit by the Wraith King stun, and then forced to walk away. So for the first 5 minutes, he will struggle. It's all about surviving through that. It seems like offlanes have struggled in these two series that we've watched between these two teams. Be surprised if he ended up starting to have a super good lane here. I mean, they end up recovering after the laning phase ends, but during the laning phase, it's definitely been not so hot.
I just can't get over this Wraith King set. It is... Why?
The Wraith King set?
Yeah, like, why? This is like the first Wraith King set that like ever came out, and then I don't understand.
This is that what is that chess piece that he's got?
It was from like that was from like one of the lunar events. Which, you know, pour one out for our lunar year beast events. Oh man. I'm sure it's coming soon.
This is wild. This is quite a combination. Well, it's just the Dread Knight.
30 seconds to battle.
Interesting. It's surprising to not see the King of Bones Arcana
or any of the items that Wraith King has. Like, this is the first time I've seen a Wraith King without a single Immortal or the Arcana in probably, I don't know, a couple years.
Mm-hmm. It's only been out for like a few months.
Well, so like the Immortals as well, like because he has the sword and the gauntlet, and I feel like every single person has that freaking sword and gauntlet.
Yeah, I try to make my sets pretty ugly sometimes.
I have a couple I do it intentionally. Well, there's your first blood happening. Double caught out top lane, hiding in the trees. But, you know, that big stone wall lasts quite a while. First blood goes to Neko on the troll. Not the start you're looking for.
No. I mean, they did reduce the duration of the fissure, but 6.5 seconds is a pretty long time, so they lose that clock. He's going to be able to TP back to lane, though. Still, not a very good start, as you mentioned.
Fissure block does miss some of those melee creeps, or miss one of the melee creeps bottom, so speed, not really too worried. He's going to be able to farm up pretty easily here, and the thing is Wraith King is going to have an incredibly early Midas.
Oh, look at it go.
And an incredibly early low health bar as well.
Storm. Just keeping people zoned out here in the top lane at the same time. It was a little bit of a trade in the trees, and oh my god!
Jerry,
mid lane?
How did this happen, Jerry? P1 just solo kills Red 2 on the... Oh, and we get a pause? Okay. That's a spicy pause, in my opinion. What do you think, Neph? Do you think there was some spice added to this one?
I gotta say that Red 2 lagging. I mean, I didn't see what happened. I'm looking at this death recap. He ended up taking 306 damage from creeps.
It was getting far too
Yikes.
crowded.
Yeah.
Did he just get remnanted into the creep wave and die? Is that basically what happened?
I don't know. He's sitting at level 1. They probably
attack. Creep. Yeah, he got remnanted into the creep wave.
I'm gonna need an instant replay on that one, Jerry.
Yeah, I'll have to you know, reach out to him about that. I'm pretty sure his salary does not cover that.
I think I don't know. I don't think Jerry tries sometimes.
Jerry doesn't have a salary, for the record.
Yeah.
He is not allowed to unionize, like us now.
The moment we catch a whiff of that one, he's gone.
Oh yeah, back to the dungeon.
Yeah. Much like how your union doesn't cover gloves, even though it covers safety hats and vests. Take a minute. I don't think this is a BM pause, and the pause came out from the side of the Dire here, even though it was red 2 ended up dropping there. Like I'm definitely gonna go back and rewatch that one.
Go for it, Neff. I don't know how you did it. I don't know how to do that, but
well,
the VOD,
not right now.
I'm gonna watch the VOD. Oh wait.
Yeah.
Freaking Jerry.
I mean, freaking Jerry.
Looks like
All right,
we
we're
are
ready to
ready to go. Yeah, P1 mid lane solo killing the puck is pretty huge. Like this early too, because he's gonna be able to soak up some creeps under the tower. But yeah, that is a massive win for P1 here.
So almost level 3 already. About half or a little bit more than half a level advantage over this puck, and just makes CSing that much easier.
Ooh,
hopefully I can look
courier.
somewhere else and the puck won't end up going down though.
So Earthshaker does not have a courier now, which is pretty big because a lot of times that courier is just going to have, you know, your early stuff for Tranquils, but now it has nothing.
That and clarity, so you continue to play with these fishers, secure yourself some CS, stop creep waves, stop blocks, etc.
Yeah, it's like they really need to get a pull off here, and it doesn't look like WDR is going to let them. Maybe a hard camp pull on over. Is it going to connect? It does get the ranged creep, not a successful pull.
Yeah, and WDR will probably snag that range creep once he realizes that it's not over at his creep wave. What are you doing here, WDR?
Nice.
Oof.
Yeah, that one's, that's a rough one.
110 mana for that, and you miss.
It's all right. He's got another clarity. He's just taking a sip.
Yeah.
What do you think clarities are made of? Spring water? Like a magical spring water?
I'm
I know
not
what
sure.
I know what some weirdos like to think it's made out of, but I'm sure that's incorrect.
I thought it was like some other beverages. Normally, the way to go start like I don't know, 12 clarities or something.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
Yeah, give me a 6-pack of those. Bottom lane, Old White's actually doing pretty decent. They have been able to reset the lane equilibrium, and as a result, Albino Zebra cannot pressure the Night Stalker. Like, they have to go for like a Maledict play, but WDR is just sitting so far off to the side, and all he's doing is just dropping fissures in every moment that he can to potentially save his boys. So, it seems like Earthshaker's pretty good at dealing this.
Yeah. Courier's finally back up, so he sends himself out to another clarity. I mean, this is something we were concerned about. Is Night Stalker just having an awful start to this game? It isn't that awful, though. I mean, yes, Speed has secured himself tons of CS, but Old White, he's got himself a bracer. I imagine he's going to have boots by the start of the first night. He's going to be able to make a couple plays here. 4 minutes starting to roll around as Red 2 pings his team to check the runes for him, please. Thank you very much.
He's like, hello, support players. I need help in the mid lane. And then everyone ignores him. Oh,
Classic
nice
mid
waning
players.
rift, but, you know, not lucky. Because he also get a haste rune on P1. And if he wants to go for the Red 2 kill, he probably could. He's going to need a bottle refill, or he's going to have to walk all the way to base. But as a result of this, Old White taking some harassment in the bottom lane, getting a little unlucky with those coconut bounces, though.
Yeah. What he'll probably do on this Void Spirit is, you know, once he hits that level 6, rotate to the top lane and just grab the Venomancer with his haste. I mean, such an easy kill. Venomancer struggles to go anywhere with his very low base movement speed. I mean, even with the wind lace and the boots that he's got, he's at 345. No getting away from that one. P1. Yeah, just one creep away from hitting that level
lane
6.
doubles done it. He's trapped the Troll Warlord Giant with the slows. This is why it was banned last game. Clockwork. Such a nuisance. And they find a huge kill onto the safe lane Troll Warlord right at the 5-minute mark. Meaning they're going to be able to get those runes. But now that it is also 5 minutes marks, it means Old White has now transformed from a basic melee creep to a super creep. Wow.
Yeah.
And he's going to find himself a kill right there. Old White taking a lot of damage from speed here, though. No more crits coming, though. So, yeah. No, he didn't have the range. It would have canceled.
No. That would have connected, man. If you start the auto attack, unless they go like super far away or into the fog, it connects.
Wow.
He canceled that one. It was gonna crit.
Gosh, Neko just TP top, and he's dead again. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Giant tips him before the death, knowing he's like, oh, you ain't surviving this one. And now Neko, who had a phenomenal game last time on the Troll Warlord, is just struggle busing right now.
Yeah. Off the mark there with that Fisher in the mid lane. 6 minutes rolls around, and P1 is going to find himself another rune, this time the Arcane, and starts moving towards the top lane.
They have to. He has to do something top lane to shut this down, and he's level 6. He should result in probably a double kill. He TPs immediately to the tower. They're going to see it. Running after Giant here. Remnant on the mark. Couple auto attacks here from P1. Able to get a lot of health back thanks to that wand, but Astral Step into should mean a pretty easy kill here onto Giant. Storm offering a little bit of assist, and now a Remnant catch onto Double's Clockwork. If this ends up being 2 big kills, yeah, it is. There's a double kill for P1, just like we thought.
A lot of XP and gold going his way, now sitting into almost 3.7k net worth, 1,000 ahead of the next highest person, the Wraith King here. Having an amazing game on P1. I gotta say, he has been the superstar of, I'd say, this entire series. You know, the first game was pretty rough, but he still popped off and did a great job on this puck. You give him a little, I mean, we saw what he did in games where he struggled a little bit. This game, when he's 1,000 ahead of the Wraith King, he's going to be incredibly dangerous.
Yeah, this is really good. The Void Spirit can constantly just like rotate around and find big kills. In top lane, Giant is going to struggle, and Neko is just forced to jungle essentially at this point. Like, he knows he has no way to contest the top lane, so you either just leave the Void Spirit. Oh my god, double bottle refill, or just bottle refill regular in the top lane from Old White. Sorry.
Yeah,
bottom lane WDR level 2 on the Shaker, gonna get punished here. The Maledict comes out, plenty of damage from the Skeleton, also known as the Boys. That Maledict should take him out once. Oh no, he's got Tranquils. He's fine.
Yeah. Managed to get out of that one. TP's back to base. You might as well. You have to make a long trek back afterwards. Save yourself a little bit of time. Now, 8 minutes rolls around. Power Rune is going to be spawning bottom, and Red 2 is finally going to manage to snag himself one. First one of the game. Both others going to this Void Spirit. We'll see if he manages to find a kill with this one. It's going to be a little bit tricky. Not any super easy targets to go on here for the puck, unfortunately.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, the idea would be hopefully that you can kill the Troll Warlord, and she is coming to the bottom lane, and the at this moment does have that coil available. Neko, he's in trouble, comes out right away, leashed up, does have that Wraithfire Blast available. There's going to be the Coconut as well, just trying to continue the chain stun so he cannot get that Battle Trance off, and they get the kill pretty easily. Top lane P1 once again looking for double. Gale gonna be dodged thanks to that Resonant Pulse, and P1's gonna continue the chase, looking for Giant on the Venom Storm here with that decay. One zombie in pursuit. Hungry little boy. Remnant once again does connect WDR here with a beautiful fissure to block off any escape. Storm taking a lot of damage under the tower, but will dodge the aggro on over to the Earthshaker, and they get themselves 2 more kills in the top lane. P1, man, doing so well.
Yeah, but at the cost of this Troll Warlord, him dying in the bottom lane while they get these kills. I mean, yes, they're shutting down Giant's game on this Venomancer, but the Troll Warlord, he's not finding anything. Still sitting about 600 net worth behind this Wraith King. So he's struggling with lag a little bit.
Going armlet.
Yeah, I guess looking to play this game a little bit faster here. Yeah, a lot of the time we see, like, you mentioned the Midas, right?
Well, I thought he would either go Midas or just the Glove of Haste into Radiance, and This is very different. This is from what I expected. The Radiant's just obviously a super value item against Troll Warlord. Is his entire kit relies on getting attacks off, and that 17% miss chance is pretty good.
It is pretty good, but I guess they're just thinking that you know, they're a bit of a problem right now. They're gonna just take control of the map unless I play super quickly. He is, you know, behind. He's not super far behind on net worth, but P1 is, you know, gonna start threatening him pretty quickly. He could at least survive some of this burst damage with that armlet and fight back for a little bit. I don't know. Hard to say. I do think Radiance is really good here. I'm just not sure that you have the time.
Yeah, I look at this bottom lane. I still just think this Wraith King's lane should have gone better. He does have the Radiance queued up after the armlet, at least. But yeah, this is looking pretty rough. Just as, in my opinion, for Eboys, I think there's going to be a lot of space being made by the Void Spirit. And Old White, he's going for an Aghanim Scepter, which I don't really like on the Night Stalker if he wants to be able to apply a lot of pressure. And that really does mean, like, you are exclusively, you know, kind of farming on this hero.
Yeah.
Top lane, Puck. Wait, she canceled TP? No, wait,
Puck
what?
never started TPing.
That was weird. I saw, like, Puck's icon on my minimap. That was bizarre. The boys whittling down middle tower. Never mind, there's no boys there. It was a ruse. Top lane, though, in the river, they do find the Void Spirit leashed up for the moment. The silence comes in as well. Can double help offer a kill on a P1 to Dissimulate, but where is he going to go? Off to the side. There's a second Astral Step out, going for the TP. They do not have the hook shot, so it would have been an amazing find, but bottom lane, Albino Zebra chased down by Old White.
We were different.
The three heroes. I mean, they almost lost the Void Spirit for that one, but they do manage to get the Witch Doctor, and P1 barely managed to get out of that one. Would have been such an important kill for that Puck and on his road to recovery back into this game.
I feel like Neko is just being given a free recovery.
He is.
Like, he's just almost the same network as net worth as the Wraith King.
I mean, he's starting to get back into this one. They killed him twice. I mean, they rotated several heroes to grab him in the bottom lane. But P1 is starting to become a big enough issue that they need some sort of way to deal with him here. He has to become their focus all of a sudden.
I agree. Double does get the level 6. Also gets a tome as well to go for the level 7. The 4 points in battery assault, which is quite a huge... Oh, he's going to hand it off. Oh, what a nice guy. Gives it to Albino Zebra so he can get Death Ward. You know, what a caring friend and a good support.
That's what supports do for one another. And Albino Zebra hands the clarity off. This is a teamwork looks like here, Ricky.
Yeah, I agree.
Speaking of, you're gonna need some teamwork to take down P1 here. Show me that
There's
coil.
The coil, right on the money. Albino Zebra following it up with the Maledict, the Death Ward immediately. They want to guarantee this kill, and it's gonna go the way of Red 2, thanks to that Waning Rift.
Yeah, that Dissimulate unfortunately on cooldown and spam that one to clear out the creep waves as quickly as possible, and that is a pretty costly death there. That is 850 XP going their way and about 650 gold swing in favor of Electronic Boys just for that one kill. And now they're going to set up here on the mid lane. Giant, this is where he's going to set up his base now.
Yes, he's like, welcome to my world. The thing is,
tower defense.
Yeah, you can't push this as a Night Stalker. Like, your wave clear is terrible. And he's like, well, that's why he's going Aghanim Scepter. But Aghanim Scepter is definitely, you know, not the best at dealing with Plague Wards, if I'm not mistaken, Neff.
No, it is not. I mean, look at Old White struggle over here. He's going to move very slow.
There's going to be the Dark Ascension onto the backside. They're going to target both of them. I think they just, slap them down. Storm is rotating on in with that Flesh Golem and a great Tombstone right next to the tower, so there is no retreat. Honestly, this is the one thing I really like watching about Jiang Hu is they have great teamfight coordination. A lot of their fights are like these really complex wraparounds that you don't normally see happen.
Yeah, I mean, and Night Stalker is such a good hero for doing that, so it was a great pickup by them. Plays very well around their play style. Being able to have that wraparound power. I mean, they almost saved that play there with the cast there on the Witch Doctor, but it's only level 1, unfortunately, so it only did like 2 bounces after hitting the initial target, and then nothing else. Well,
You do have the smoke coming to the bottom lane. It's an Arcane Rune bottled on the puck. Obviously, Void Spirit, the absolute target that they want to try and find. He's trying to make himself into the trees. Dude, this is... It's just a hunch. They have no actual knowledge of them being there. The Dire, they scan. Oh, there it is. They know he's here now. The flare comes out. The coil immediately catches the Void Spirit. WDR going to try and rotate on over, offer some support with the fissure, but the waning rift to come as well as the hook shot. They get the kill. Well done once again by Eboys, finding the big target on the map.
I mean, that one was so hard to deal with. He had the Arcane Rune there on the puck. I think he used that. He definitely used the Yules a little bit early there. I think he's... Well, no, he couldn't use that Dissimulate. He was hold there by the coil. I mean, that was a hard one. They popped the smoke there, so they knew that he was there, and they threw out the flare afterwards. It wasn't really anything Earthshaker was able to do.
No, not at all. He, like, even though he hit him with the fissure, allowing him to get a Yules, he was still leashed, and there's still a hook shot to follow. It's just like a borderline impossible save to come out there.
Yeah. So the number of times they finished to kill the Void Spirit with this Dream Coil. So now falling off a little bit. I mean, he was sitting ahead of Wraith King by 1,000 gold, ahead of everybody else by 1,000. Now only 300 ahead of this puck.
Yeah, he's pretty much dead even. And the other thing is, Wraith King is going back for the Radiant, so he has the armlet. He's about to have the Relic as well. I mean, he's going to have it at like 18 minutes. Top lane, they're looking for the Troll, the Orb, into the trees. They don't have the vision quite yet. Red, trying to bounce back and forth. He does juke left, able to dodge out the flare and the TP out. He will be safe. Orb at the very last moment. Smoke over here in the jungle, though. It is going to find Double on the Clockwork. A pretty easy pickoff for them. They drop the Tombstone as well. Double gets the hook shot out. There's going to be the Dark Ascension. Looking for these heroes. Storm just getting shredded by the Death Ward. Gets a great soul rip on top of him. But Old White, you've gone super deep, my friend. You got to be careful. Puck hits a huge coil on the background, holding them in place. But can the rest of the team get on in? They need to take down the Tombstone. They finally get at the Echo. Completely whipped. It's a zoning Echo, though. Old White on the run, going for the TP out on the high ground, and it's going to be successful.
Not quite fast enough. I mean, even if he threw the cask, I don't think it ends up coming out and hitting Night Stalker in time there. Oh, heads up play dropping that ward there.
He won. All right, yeah, he's going to be fine. These heroes do not have a lot of mana left on the side of Eboys, but they will still get this middle tier 1 tower, as it has been so difficult for them to get this game. I say that, Undying's coming in. He's going to drop a tombstone. Oh, no, he has no tombstone.
No, he doesn't.
But P1's going in. Looking for a hero. He's going to grab that Clockwork, but he's pretty tanky. He has a lot of friends there as well. The Catapult's going to put this tower into deny range.
Yeah. And they will probably deny that. I thought they denied it. I guess they want to hold it for now.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, like, you don't really want to deny it until Eboys is, like, forced to the mid lane to deny it, right?
Yeah, you don't want to force a movement before you deny that one. And last team fight, or at least the one over by the Radiant, behind the Radiant tier 1, if anything, shows how badly they need BKBs on a number of these heroes here. Troll Warlord needs it so badly. Night Stalker needs it to be able to actually stay on top of these targets. These dots, the Maledict, the Venomous Gale, the Poison Nova, the Poison Stings, the Clockwork just existing with Battery Assault. It's becoming too much to deal with.
That seems like too much to deal with, Neb.
Yeah.
Oh, a Ring of Aquila drop there for the Veno. He is still holding on to the Fairy Trinket, which, honestly, I like this decision a lot. Poison Nova is so much mana. It is so much mana. It is ridiculous, the amount of mana that spell is. So, gives him a lot more effective mana to work with. Mid lane, the tower will finally fall. WDR was rotating over, trying to snipe it with that enchant totem, but Venom just a little bit too fast.
Yeah. Speaking of WDR, he just completes his Blink Dagger.
Nice so money orb, helping that along. Sacred has Sacred. Speed has Radiance. And bottom lane tier 2 tower is going to fall to Neko and friends. Oh, Puck's down here. Uh-oh. Puck? Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah.
That was a little spooky.
Yeah. We talked about Black King Bar, by the way. Old White managed to finish that one, being flown out to him right now. So it's a number of item timings we're hitting right. W Dart with his Blink Dagger, Old White with his BKB, and Troll Warlord just finishes Josh of Battle Fury. Once he gets his BKB as well, I think he'll fight. Actually, they're not wasting any time.
The Fissure's actually on the wrong side. He's going to save double. All right. He is going to be fine. I thought for sure double was going to go down there, but Remnant off the mark, Fissure off the mark. He's going to just squeak away.
Yeah. I mean, Old White could have continued to chase that one. Popping that BKB, using Dark Ascension to fly over the Fissure, but not for a Clockwork.
I love this. Witchblade Puck, now going for the Aghanim Scepter. This is my favorite build on this hero. I would prefer a Desolator still, but they're going to find Storm here. The Coconut into the Maledict. Wraithfire Blast should be a very easy kill. Look at the chonk coming out from speed already.
Yeah, this guy is terrifying. You know, he played a little bit slow at the start.
They see Giant here. There's the blink reveal and the Echo Slam right onto the little slithery snake. Well done. A good pickoff. You need to use it, right? You can't just sit on this blink Echo forever. And it's not the easiest time. It's not the easiest thing in the world to get off in fights against the Venomancer anyway, right?
Yeah. So you get a little bit more control over the map. You can at least threaten this mid tower, force people to respond to it, and slow down the Wraith King's farming, if nothing else right now. And yeah, he's forced to sit in front of this tower until you're back up on the Venomancer at the very least. They managed to take that bottom tower, and they actually grab the shrine as well. So XP going to go the way of Jiang Hu. Let's see it. Show me that the graph swing. Total XP earned. With a 4,000 XP advantage right now.
Not bad, not bad.
5,000 in fact. 4,000, almost 5,000 net worth advantage right now too at the 20-minute mark.
All right, Wraith King, as we know, he does have... Oh, hookshot off the mark. Not going to connect onto Old White. Will use that Crippling Fear, but it's not nearly as effective in the daytime. But the TP in. Void Spirits can be able to find ABZ on the side. He will drop the Coconut and a Maledict, but he was left all alone. Failed gank there onto the Night Stalker.
Yeah. I mean, right now is the time you think he's super vulnerable, but he's holding on to that Black King bar with 10 charges, and he's underneath his tier 3 tower. I don't think he was ever in any real danger there. A bit of an overcommitment for sure. And I guess just continue to work on items while this Witch Doctor is dead. Almost have the Aghanim Scepter completed on the puck. I mean, this one is a very big deal. Having this done before the Troll Warlord, or the same time Troll Warlord gets his Black King bar.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Suddenly that BKB not meaning nearly as much.
Yeah,
it's super
absolutely.
important for getting him around. Good timing there on that Aghanim Scepter. You really like this build. You just mentioned that a couple minutes ago, that Witch played Aghanims.
I do think I like the Desolator more. I think going Witchblade Deso into Ags is my favorite puck build. And I think they could actually use the damage right now, because that amount of physical amp. Well, we'll get back to that in a moment. If they do catch the Earthshaker, Blink Dagger, never again serve, but the BKB from Old White are chasing down the Venomancer. He's able to get the Force Staff out, and there's going to be the Poison Nova just in time. Old White, he's got to run the coil, does catch P1 on the side. They're trying to close the gap, but this freaking Tombstone, man, is doing so much work. They're able to just take down 2 heroes so far. Neko forced to ult speed. Does not care about anything. He's got both lives, baby. He's got this Radiance. He's going to continue the chase, and so will Red the Echo. WDR stunning up the boys, making space for his carries to survive.
Oh, they got vision of him. Well, the player ends up hitting him, but he doesn't have hookshot available, so he can't get Neko and finish him off there. That was so incredibly close. The BKB flew out to Troll Warlord the moment his ult ended in the middle of that team fight.
That is
him popping
very
out allowed him
clutch.
to escape there. Yeah, it was pretty insane. The fight started out pretty well, though. I mean, the Night Stalker committing his 10-second BKB and getting on top of people, but they struggled to bring down this Wraith King. Don't really have a major solution to him. He is way too farmed at the moment, sitting at 13k net worth. Speaking of, they have no solution to them doing Roshan right now.
I mean, they have 2 wards knowing this is happening, and there is no way you can respond into the DD Wraith King. I love the fact that he picked up this Heaven's Halberd after the Radiance as well. for obvious reasons. Like, Troll Warlord hates building Monkey King Bar. It is not something you want to ever include in your kit. And I don't think they have an answer for the Wraith King, honestly, Neff. We saw in this last fight, he just walks around doing whatever he wants.
Yeah. Speaking of just walking around, it's exactly what Troll Warlord does under his ultimate if he's hit with the Heaven's Halberd. He just kind of stands in front of the targets. And without Satanic having that status resistance like it used to, the only thing you can build to deal with that Heaven's Halberd is either having your Black King Bar activated beforehand, or your Sanjin Yasha, which just reduces status resistance by 25%. So you're going to be useless for important chunks of the team fights if he gets that Heaven's Halberd off onto you.
Yeah, absolutely. The boys drop top lane, soaking a lot of damage. They're going to go ahead and use their own fortification. They want to take down this tier 2. They really do need to take it. Wait, mid lane, they're going for the tier 1, and Troll Warlord, he's stunned up. He might have the BKB. Oh my god, it doesn't matter. He just gets chopped. Speed and Puck doing too much. Storm gonna go for the TP out. Good luck, sir. Oh my goodness. A massive punish.
So much damage coming out from them. He just got blown up instantly. I mean, the moment he popped that BKB, it was already too late. I thought he'd be able to get that ultimate off and maybe stand his ground against the Wraith King, but
was that Axe
torn
Coil?
apart there on the Troll Warlord.
Okay. I was like, how did that do so much damage? It was an Axe Coil. It snapped him. It just crushed his health bar.
Did it snap?
Yeah.
My.
It's his death recap.
Yeah.
Leash stun.
No, that was just the initial stun.
Oh, it was just the initial stun.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's just Wraith King just two-shotting him. XD.
I mean, that'll do it. Sometimes it's all you need. Blown up, all the damage came out in 2 seconds, though. It was just too late. I mean, couldn't get the BKB and the battle trance on fast enough, I guess. 0.5 seconds sometimes is enough stun duration.
They're doing their best on Jiang Hu, but honestly, I feel like we're running into a spooky skeleton problem here. One of which you have to very much respect. T1 gonna do some damage on over to speed, but like, you don't care. There's no help coming in from the mid lane. Is in the meantime, WDR just echoes the Venomancer to the Force Staff. He gets the Poison Nova off as well, and goodbye on the Earthshaker Giant. Still surviving, juking this out. Death Ward goes down and takes down the Troll. P1 has to just completely leave the fight. All these fights start with them initiating on Veno, and it completely backfires, Neff.
He's so tanky. He's got a Force Staff. He's got his Sanj for extra status resistance, so he's able to get out. And he's going for a Heaven's Halberd of his own, which is going to be another solution to this Troll Warlord. I mean, again, the timing here on the Dream Coil on this Puck. The guy, yes, he's got his BKB, but you've got your magic immunity piercing Aghanim Scepter right now. We talked about the kite potential and the punishment and the run around in these team fights. There's too many problems for Jiang Hu right now, and P1, yes, he's doing an excellent job of carrying this game, but the Troll Warlord is going to continue to struggle.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think they really want to push high ground at all here. I think Speed just wants to clear that wave, go farm it up a little bit. Undying is showing bottom. They're pinging him out. Puck might be able to make this rotation in time. He's going to go ahead and jump right into the trees, but there's a flare on the point. Undying, he's dancing, but dancing on his own grave, not the enemies here.
Yeah.
Double gonna come on in with the battery assault. They're gonna pick him off. You did lose the Venomancer top, however, in this process, so it was a rotation from Old White and P1 taking down Venomancer.
I'm not sure they're gonna be able to do any damage to this tier 2 tower, though. We'll shove it in, but I think they have to leave it and just have the creeps deal with the tower. Night Stalker finding a Paladin Sword. I mean, that's a very important pickup for the Troll Warlord.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll
see what items drop here for both teams. Like, there's some pretty big ones. They have a Ceremonial Robe here on the Radiant. I'm wondering if they're going to pick it up. I think it's generally just such a good item. Might be on Veno. Oh, a Cloak of Flames. Well, okay. Well, you know what item the Wraith King is? Well, honestly, Quicksilver Amulet is just so freaking good. Oh, they're putting the Desolator Orb on Puck. Okay, can we just buy him a Deso as well?
I mean,
Old White farming animals, not okay. Can't do that, sir. All right, then blink in from Speed. Immediate BKB pop from Old White. He's going to try and turn it around, but again, You're using these spells on the Wraith King. He's not the target of your that you need to focus on. And Giant, he's gonna get a big poison nova, finds the Void Spirit. He immediately gets the 2-man silent speed on the backside. Yes, you're gonna get his first light, but the Death Ward chewing through Storm on the high ground. WDR hits him with the fissure, but then speed. He's reincarnated. He's back in the fight. He's ready to go. And if he makes it over to the Night Stalker, he gets the kill. But there's the Echo Neko. He's able to pop that Battle Trance. The Wraith King able to hit him with the disarm. Can they kite out the troll? The stuns are there. Speed. He cannot go down. Double kill for the Wraith King. He will finally fall to an army of zombies. Puck, however, going to chase after the Night Stalker and find him. Ends up being a 4 for 2.
Both teams losing their star players. Speed ended up dropping their his mega kill spree ended in Old White finally going down on that Night Stalker. I mean, that Heaven's Halberd was so effective in that last team fight, and now Venomancer's got one too. I mean, this Troll Warlord has too many things that he has to deal with. I mean, he can't really hold his ground against this Wraith King at this point. He popped that ultimate and he's just punished instantly. He can't have enough status resistance because Satanic doesn't give it anymore. I think he's just gonna get kited. This is such a good draft here by Electronic Boys, and they're itemizing for this so well too.
Yeah, he only has 6-second BKB now, so as soon as that's down to 5 seconds, I mean, there's no way you're chewing through these heroes with a 5-second BKB because the Wraith King won't let you, right? Like, there's no way Wraith King is going to let that happen even if you Battle Trance BKB. And, yeah, this is, like you said, they've itemized exceptionally well. They have the 4 staffs, the Heaven's Halberds. Puck now has Blink Dagger on top of the Aghanim Scepter. Like, there's just so many things they can do to deal with it.
And, you know, yes, P1 is doing great this game, but it's not going to be enough him by himself. And Old White, he's going to struggle to pump out enough damage too, as he went this Aghanim Scepter and now a Blink Dagger build. Yes, he can jump on the backline, but it's not going to be enough. This Wraith King is such a big problem. Giant's incredibly tanky as well. You know, you have the Blink Dagger Night Stalker, but I don't think he's going to be able to bring down the Venomancer either. Sitting at, what, 16 or 22 armor, 25% evasion. He's got a 4 staff.
And he's got a Ghost
He's working on a
Scepter
Ghost Scepter.
Yeah. It's so good, man.
Scanning for enemies.
Yeah.
Bottom lane, they did see WDR thanks to this nice ward here on the high ground. Fissure does come out. Are they going to go for him or go for someone else? Flare on the point, does catch him. They need to be able to keep his BK or his blink broken, and with speeds, radiance, and a pretty easy task. So a nice pick off there. No buyback on the Shaker as he offers a lot to Roshan and the high ground defense. Speaking of which, Roshan's potential to respawn in just 9 seconds, Neff.
Yeah, this one's going to be very important. If it spawns right away, they don't have Earthshaker up. Buyback, not enough gold, 170 off. It could be pretty big for Electronic Boys. They have much better fight around the pit.
Oh, it's such a fast respawn.
Oh,
20 seconds.
Yeah. So Earthshaker will be back up in that time, but Electronic Boys have such an easier time taking fights around the pit. You know, the huge AoE from Venomancer, you know, the hook shots in and out, being able to push people back and forth with the power cogs. And you don't have, I mean, you've got Blink Dagger on this Earthshaker. Echo Slam can really turn fights around, but a lot of times it's going to be disabled.
Yeah. Speed just no cares. He just walks in at everything. He's queuing up that Abyssal Blade and the Assault Cuirass. Interesting build from Red 2 here is he's actually going for a Refresher Orb for the double coil. And can they get the TPs? No, they are all leaving the area. They're like, okay, we want nothing to do with this. Have they checked Roche here is the question.
They do now, and everyone just TP'd across the map. They got to know.
They just TP'd 3 bottom, and they're going right into Roshan. The Dire, I mean, they hedged their bets that it wouldn't respawn, I think, and it did not pan out very well.
Yeah, that's a GME all over again. Roshan gonna drop in no time at all. There's no way they get over here in time.
They're running. They might be able to clockwork positioned perfectly here with this Pipe of Insight. Can soak up a lot of damage. Giant here as well on the front line, just dropping these Plague Wards. Roshan goes down. Aegis and Cheese picked up. You now have Puck with an Aegis. You have Cheese on your... Oh, no, they hand it on over to Veno. Oh, my God. Perfect. I was going to say, Wraith King's not dying more than once, most likely. All right, Dark Ascension, the blink in. A big 3-man silence. Can they find the kills? The Witch Doctor, he's the first one to go down, and they lose the Clockwork as well. It's an amazing fight for Jiang Hu. They even get the Venomancer. The Poison Gale is out. The question is, do they want to fight Puck? loses his life. The Wraith King needs the help. He gets the blink out, but the chase continues. Old White's crippling fear is just too much. The blink echo, they get him. A 4-man. What? Oh my goodness.
Such a bold play there, but they managed to hold on top of this high ground. I think that they didn't quite have vision. I think they realized something was up on that clockwork. He just kind of stood on the low ground thinking that they might be up here, but that 3-man silence, the blink dagger on that Night Stalker, such an important pickup, getting onto 3, making it so they don't get anything off, and now tier 3 towers under threat.
There just happened to be a sentry there as well. I mean, you know, Glimmer Cape comes out onto the Witch Doctor, but Night Stalker just goes right through him. No cares at all. And now suddenly it's just speed versus the world. And I said you had the big spooky skeleton problems, but can he 5v1 is the actual question.
He's strong, but he's not that strong, unfortunately. But game, it looked like it was going the way of Electronic Boys. That things now turned around.
Yeah, what a wild exchange there. The game was just about to finally hit Eboys as far as a lead, and now it's just blown wide open once again for Jiang Hu. Almost 12,000 experience and now 6K net worth.
Fighting near hills, very important to winning team fights, believe it or not. Vision is extremely important.
It is indeed.
You heard it here first.
I believe you, neph. Well, Troll's gonna have like an abyssal like fairly soon. He may be down. He didn't even have to BKB in that last fight. He just ran around killing people with his boys.
No, you don't need to be spell immune if the Night Stalker's stopping him from casting spells.
This is a very valid point. They smoke up in the mid lane. They see Storm, the blink forward. They're gonna be able to just chip him out real quick. He does have buybacks, but a kill onto the Wraith King is a big one. On the high ground though, they're looking for more.
They scan them out here. They'll just get back, I imagine. It's hard
you can't
to
go up there
walk
without. There's no way you can make that chase without any vision. Albino Zebra actually placing some really nice wards in the dire jungle or the dire triangle here.
Yeah, Albino Zebra, wrapped around the one. You know they wouldn't be up there thanks to the scouting of the plague wards there on the Venomancer, but they've learned to be careful when playing around the hills here on Electronic Boys after that last one.
Yeah, I love the build here. Night Stalker going for a nullifier now, just making sure that these supports do not have an escape. I mean, how do you, like, if you're the Witch Doctor or something here, you just have to get a BKB, right? Like, what's your option?
It's got to be BKB. I mean, Force Staff isn't going to do enough, I feel. You're hoping with the Glimmer Cape and with this Force Staff to get away from him, but you know, with this eggs, like you mentioned, that Void makes it so easy to stay on top of multiple targets. I'm not actually a very big fan of the Egg and Scepter on Night Stalker, but this game, you know, you can't argue with how effective it was in that last team fight when he got on top of 3.
Yeah, the Aghanim Scepter build is super greedy. Like, it is definitely more of like an early, like when you buy it, you're kind of griefing your team for a little bit because you have to kind of farm with it, get some other useful items like the Blink Dagger or a BKB. In this case, he just went Ags, BKB, Blink, and now that he has these 3 items, he's incredibly impactful. Mid lane, they find Storm once again. Red is here, but there it is. The rotation on in. Red does get the cheese off. A big Poison Gale, or big Poison Nova as well. Speed, he's going to lose his first life here. There's going to be the Halberd onto the Troll Warlord. P1's going to help finish him off, and now Double comes on in. Hookshot comes out. They're trying to disengage one of the backside. Red able to take down the Earthshaker, and Neko immediately pops that Battle Trance. Death Ward, not going to do a whole lot there, but they trade 1 for 1, support for support.
They're forced to disengage now. Puck, I'm not sure you want to go for that one. In fact, he doesn't. DD rune they're going to find, though. So I imagine...
Oh, boy. They're going to bottle that one, right? Yeah. I honestly am fine with this being on Puck because he's able to dance around the fights and kind of just get on a target and kill them. Whereas Wraith King is kind of just a meat shield.
I mean, he's a very powerful meat shield.
Oh yes, let me rephrase this. He is a spiked meat shield.
He's looking to be more than a meat shield as he goes for this Swift Blink that he's got queued up right now.
It's so good on Wraith King. Oh my god.
Another 750 gold and he'll have it.
All right, top lane. The DD is popped. They're doing so much damage to this tower. Falls so fast, and now in comes the Old White once again on the Night Stalker. Puck, he does have BKB available, forced to pop it pretty much immediately. Coil hasn't been used quite yet. He's still kind of debating. There it is, does catch them both. Coil will snap on Night Stalker. Troll Warlord being kited out. Speed, he's going to lose his first life, but now finally outside of the range of the Tombstone. Guess who's back? It's going to be that Earthshaker offering so much control. Can they keep down Neko? The hookshot on the backside doing some work. There's the Cogs as well. They're forced back into the base. They cannot go through the 2 lives of the Wraith King.
Yeah, you can get them once, but you can't get them twice, and that's just some of the kiting power they have. We talked about this one earlier on in the draft. I mean, if you do manage to take him down, this is one of the best solutions that they have. There's all these damage over time. You're sort of forced to disengage, otherwise you get hit by so much poison sting. You're slow. The Clockwork is battery assault on top of you. The Puck is spamming out his spells.
Well, Veto now has a Trickster's Cloak. Speed picked up that Swift Blink. I don't think you're killing this Veno anytime soon now. Extra 20% evasion and 20% magic resistance, a leveler, and Timeless Relic. Okay, Timeless Relic is pretty bonkers.
Yeah. Who are they gonna... I guess they're just gonna hold on to the leveler here on the Troll Warlord. I mean, that's a pretty sick increase of DPS there. Attacking that much further makes it easier to build up those fervor stacks.
Wraith King's holding on to the Flicker, so he has that extra movement speed, just base 430. Not to mention that low cooldown. Oh, there they go. The Flare manages to find Old White, and he has to immediately BKB. Dude, he's 680 move speed on Swift Blink. Okay, that's cool.
He opted not to Abyssal Blade on top of him, though. I guess he was a little bit worried about some sort of counter initiation coming out. You do have to put yourself pretty far forward if you like Swift Blink and then Abyssal Blade on top of him.
Yeah, I think he's saving his Abyssal Blade mostly for like movement in fights, right? Because like he just they don't have a really good way of dealing with the Tombstone. So at some point in the fight, he just like has to Abyssal Blade to get range on something. Oh, Flare. WDR is under an... Okay, he has a Shadow Blade. Very nice. You now have level 25 on Wraith King, though. So you have the minus 2-second cooldown on that Mortal Strike. Basically doubling your crit efficiency, which is nice. Top lane hookshot comes out onto the Undying, and Jesus, the damage from these two heroes, he just gets melted. And in the mid lane, Speed, he's found someone else. Abyssal Blade onto the Night Stalker. Can they actually find these kills, though? They will be able to make it up onto the high ground. The Fissure to slow them down.
Undying, he's got no buyback at the moment. 30 gold off right now.
Going to the melee racks top. Undying such a big part of their defense. Like, these tombstones are huge.
And buyback for another like 10 seconds here.
They have to go on the Puck. They have no choice. The Yule setup. He pops the BKB right away. He missed the coil. He completely missed the coil. Neko, he's going to turn around onto the Wraith King, and now Witch Doctor is the first to die. Wraith King Reincarnation is coming giant. He's got to get a big ultimate. Neko just gets the Abyssal Blade out. Can they keep Speed alive through it all? No. The Troll Warlord, he's too strong, but the Poison Nova, it's doing too much work. Troll, he can't get away. The Venomancer is going to get them all. Now Old White on the backside of the fight puts that nullifier onto him, but Giant standing his ground. Come back alive here on the Undying, but Old White, he's going to be forced to TP. He has no choice. They cannot deal with it. The Tombstone has to get taken down, and P1 TPing back on into the fight. Clockwork in some trouble. He will fall. Veno just TP'd home.
And the smart move to make there, Giant, just realizing they had no way to canceling that one until the Void Spirit had gotten back in. I think if they both TP'd out, they would have lived there, but they managed to hold that Troll Warlord. Tons of damage coming out from him. The only issue is that he's got no lifesteal right now. Outside of that ultimate that he popped, which he's going to be disarmed for. They end up ripping him apart. He's not able to hold his ground. There's 1,400 magical damage coming out from that Venomancer there. It is just so tricky for him to stay alive. He needs a Satanic, but it's hard to make the argument of going for it when it doesn't give you that status resistance like it used to.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. P1, I mean, he's on the hunt, though. Going for a Hex. He has an Aeon Disc. He just hasn't unlocked it to combine it in P1. Whoop, the Blink. Albino Zebra, however, not going to be as lucky as he does get found by the Remnant. Here comes Giant, though, trying to offer some support, realizing this might have been a bad idea. Protected by the Trickster Cloak, however. Oh, Remnant does catch, though. Giant. Gale on the mark, but yeah, with the rotation of Old White, this is going to be a nice kill. Oh, no.
He does
what a play here by P1.
Yeah, not wasting any time at all. And this is the big brain play, holding the combination for this Aeon Disc. That way he's able to activate it and stay alive exactly when he needs to in the middle of these team fights.
He just has to buy back. They know Roshan can be available, and you have to have Venomancer's ult for this.
Yeah, and this is going to be an Aghanim Scepter here. I wonder who they're going to give this one to.
He did just get his level 20 talent, so an extra 5-second duration on Poison Nova. And if you get an Aghanim Scepter on this hero, it is so good. Increases damage and decreases the cooldown. A 5-man smoke on the backside here. I mean, they have to know. You have to just sit on the high ground here and wait for them to show speed. There it is. He's just going to blink forward. He finds Storm. The Abyssal Blade comes out, but Neko is right there. Can he take him down? No, he gets bashed. Wraith King, he's way out of position on the backside of the fight. Old White and P1 are chewing through the backline. They get Puck, forcing the buyback, but the Coconut, Albino Zebra with the Death Ward, able to do so much work to Old White. Can he finish him off? It doesn't look like it, as the Dissimulate stun doing too much work. Another buyback coming in. Puck, they're trying to control the Troll Warlord. They finally get him. His buyback is available, but oh my god, they are crumbling on the side of Jiang Hu. They gotta find something. Old White will get the TP out just barely.
They gotta be able to fight into this Roshan, though. This is Aegis Cheese and Aghanim's Blessing. They need this one. They can't just give this up.
You have to buy back. Puck Coil not up for 40 seconds.
Yeah, the Troll Warlord in that last team fight griefed himself by activating the Battle Trance. The Wraith King just barely managed to get out of range of him.
They smoke up. They're going aggressive, man. They just want to take the fight to them. If they find Old White, it's a huge kill. The Blink Stun. Can they take down the Night Stalker, though? The Yules comes in. He doesn't have BKB. 8 seconds. Night Stalker throws the Nullifier, but he goes down. He has to buy back. The only other hero in the game with it is going to be the Wraith King. And the Clockwork. It's a huge win here for the side of Eboys if they can continue the chase. Hookshot on cooldown for 20 seconds. P1 silenced up. He goes down. No buyback. Dark Ascension used. This is a huge win here for the Radiant. If they can get this Roshan, it might seal them the game.
He's dead without buyback. 400 gold away. If they can pick up Bounty and swap that... the Philosopher's Stone inventory may be able to buy back, but I think they just have 80 seconds that they're not going to be able to pick up the bounty runes in order to get this. They control the side where the 2 are right now on the side of E-Boys. So that's it. Aegis Cheese Aegis Cheese Aiden's Blessing now. And this game becomes that
Axe has to go to Venom, right? Like, it absolutely has to go to Venom.
I mean,
there's no way you put it on
just go to Wraith King. I mean, you could just give it to Wraith King.
I mean, is that even good?
Yeah.
It's better than Venom, you think? I mean, it is good. I'll give you that. It is a good axe. All right, he is going to take it. All right, the 70 attack speed and the transform buff.
Yeah, he had it queued up anyways. That was what he was going to go for next on this Wraith King. Now he doesn't have to. Start getting other luxury items. He's going to go right down here to the bottom lane. We can get Old White. Oh. Saw him coming from a mile away with that extra night vision. This game.
It's so tense, Neff. We're hitting the 50-minute mark. It feels like this game's been going on for well over an hour, but these teams fighting so hard here.
Neko needs this Abyssal Blade completed. Still a little ways away. I mean, he's getting kited around these team fights like we talked about. This is why Eboys' lineup is so good. The one reason they've been able to win is just this Troll Warlord's lack of survivability in the team fights and the amount of kite they have. Like so many dots and these Heaven's Halberds preventing him from doing anything.
This is why I don't like the Wraith King axe. Like, he can actually just buy an axe. Like, this Venomancer is not going to be able to farm an Aghanim Scepter.
That is true.
Like, you could have just had the Veno Ags, and Wraith King can buy his own in like a minute or two. And, oh, speed is speedy as he's chasing him down. There's going to be the Abyssal Blade to the Undying, and chop, chop, baby. They find another kill. Dead once again for 100 seconds without buyback.
Just one more nail in the coffin here. So we're up now 6k net worth. Undying, like you mentioned, such a crucial part of these team fights. They don't have anybody who's able to get on top of these tombstones and take it out.
This Wraith King needs to get the Ag Shard at some point. Oof, nice Shadow Blade there. Yeah. It's just one of those things where like you don't want to risk running out of mana. Also, I think the extra skeletons could be pretty solid in the fights.
don't have anybody who can drain your mana though. I mean, if you do end up not having reincarnate, it'll be your own fault from just using Wraith Fire Blast too many times.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty unlikely. I think he dies long before he casts like several Wraith Fire Blasts.
The stalling tactics out here from WDR, just Fissure, the enchant totem spam, trying to continuously stun down this Wraith King. Making time for the Undying to respawn, but the melee barracks has finally fallen in the top lane. Speed just going to regen up a little bit. That leveler swapped into his backpack here. Oh my god, he does so much damage. Can they go in? I mean, they're going to try. Wraith King, his first life, falling pretty dang low. Speed, a couple more auto attacks. Oh, the armlet toggles. He's going to survive. They even get it. They commit heavily. Old White's going to get his reincarnation, but the hookshot comes in. Night Stalker, you might just be dead for this. He's got to be careful. Neko goes up onto the high ground. The coil is there. The Blink Echo. Wraith King, you got to get out. He's silenced for the time being. Abyssal Blade's over. Is he going to survive? Speed. He life steals through it all, and Jiang Hu is out, baby. 4 heroes dead. Oh my goodness, an incredible save there from the team. The 4 staffs onto the Wraith King to keep him alive. The GG comes out, and Eboys will take it 2-1.
That's all there is. I mean, Eboys, the kiting that they had in this game, the hero pickups, the itemization, this Troll Warlord struggled to be able to do anything in these team fights. Eventually, you know, P1 just didn't have the damage anymore. He played incredible in every game in the series, but he just could not carry that game by himself. The Troll Warlord kited around, and you know, on one hand, it was a great hero. He pumped out tons of damage when he got on top of people, but on the other hand, he was just again too kiteable. Something like a Ricky might have been a better pick, but Eboys, you know, they played perfectly against this Troll Warlord. I got to give it up to them.
Yeah, this was a great draft, great execution overall. I mean, Eboys just played this series exceptionally, and Speed is... You got to give credit where credit's due. I mean, he played great on the Wraith King this game. It makes sense as to why we saw it banned out in both games previously. Now, neph, if I'm not mistaken, do we have an interview here today with one of the members of Eboys?
We do. It's going to be the stand-in Red 2, actually. Espeon is playing the puck in that game, so... Just shooting him a message, making sure he's good to go, then I can drag him in here.
All right, we'll grab him in here in just a moment. Yeah, what an incredible game, man. This was so much fun to watch. Super insane. Shout out to Jiang Hu, because honestly, they had an incredible comeback from a game that seemed so impossible. The thing is that's funny is they had the golden XP lead almost the entire game, but were unable to close it out. Just the team fight, like you said, the kiting potential coming in from the Eboys draft was just so good.
Mm-hmm. It looks like we're going to have a change of who's interviewed. Hold on one moment. But yeah, in that last game, the Venoman, a lot of it came down to, I guess, what Giant did on this Venomancer. Did a great job at kiting people. I mean, he itemized super well with his 4-staff, E-Blade, Heaven's Halberd. Speed had an amazing performance on that Wraith King, though, I gotta say.
Yeah, absolutely. It really was. That puts Eboys actually just above Jiang Hu in the brackets, if I'm not mistaken, as well, which that's a big deal because the bottom 2 have to go back through open qualifiers. You know, being relegated back to open quals is actually pretty difficult. So we'll see, you know, how that pans out for them in just a moment. But neph, go ahead, introduce our guest.
All right, we got the position 3. They changed things up a little bit of Electronic Boys. Giant, how are you doing today, buddy?
Hello, can you hear me?
Absolutely.
We can indeed hear you, sir.
Nice. We're doing good. I'm doing good. Our first win of ever.
First win ever. You've won other games, haven't you?
Oh, your first series win.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it was impressive. You guys, you kited the hell out of that Troll Warlord. You basically didn't have a game. Heaven's Halberds, 4 staffs, having to deal with being slowed by you. Incredibly annoying gameplay on both the the Nature's Prophet and the Venomancer. Were you guys like strictly playing around the Troll Warlord or what? That's my first question for you.
I think we thought troll was like their only win condition, so like
Mhm.
I just like decided I'm gonna build a halberd and an e-blade after. I think everyone just subconsciously thought let's just all buy halberds because I don't think we really discussed that. Everyone just bought it themselves.
Mhm.
Pretty good
And,
counter to the troll. Yeah, well done.
All right. You said that was your only problem. P1 in every single game seemed like a massive issue. I mean, his puck in game number 2 absolutely destroyed. Even in game number 1, where it was pretty one-sided for you guys, I feel like the puck was a pretty big issue. Is that why you first picked it in game 3?
I think this puck hero is really good, so I think we just decided to give it a go ourselves, and it worked.
It indeed worked. Yeah, you guys played it pretty dang well. I honestly like. What did you guys talk about? What you needed to change between game 2 and game 3? I think Neff and I were talking about the draft specifically. The puck was one of them. The Nature's Prophet was one of them. But how did you guys feel with the draft in game 3? Did you guys feel like very confident because it seemed like it was going pretty well your way even before like the Night Stalker pick?
Yeah, the draft in game 3, we decided to take first pick because we just decided we had enough of puck and we should do it ourselves. And then I think we just went along with like we kind of had a plan going in game 3 with what are we gonna pick, and it worked. I think the Night Stalker wasn't that good from them. I don't know. It seemed pretty bad.
I thought like the Night Stalker made like some of the best plays in the game when he was sitting on top of the high ground. I think Double A realized something was up as he sat on that the hill when they came down on you from your triangle.
I
That
think
was
that's the only time it was annoying. After
yeah.
like they like smoked around us after the second rush. And
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
exactly.
a super sick play there by Old White, I
Yeah.
gotta say.
That was really good from them. For
Yeah.
sure.
But yeah, that was I guess what I got for game number 3. Game number 1, did you guys do research against playing against Jiang Hu? I know this was super important to be able to take a game off of them. I favored them slightly going into the series, believe it or not. But game 1 looked incredibly convincing. In game 3, you countered them so well with your picks.
Oh, game 1, we didn't really do any research. I was just like, I want to play Prophet, and then they gave me Prophet, and I did well. So
Yeah.
it was
Okay.
nice to play Prophet.
Okay, with this same kind of attitude, you've got 2 games ahead of you. Arkosh and Byzantine Raiders. Worried or not worried?
Oh, I think Arkosh is like kind of worrisome. I don't know if we could win against them. Like,
Mhm.
I don't think that series matters that much. 'Cause I think if we win against Byzantine Raiders, we like guarantee our stay. I'm pretty sure.
Yep, that is true.
So
Yeah, if you guys beat
I
Byzantine
think that's the only
Raiders, you should take 6th in the groups.
yeah. So that's the only series we're really like worried about. But I don't think those guys are that good. So I'm not that worried about it either way.
Mm, interesting.
Confidence, man. That's what matters. I like to hear it.
Mm.
True.
Now, Ricky, you got anything else?
I don't know, man. I am exhausted from watching that game. For like that whole series was just wild. I just want to say congratulations. Honestly, your performance in these series, I really enjoyed. Your Nature's Prophet game 1, your Venomancer in game 3. The itemization was absolutely on point. Yeah, it was just an absolute pleasure. It was funny because people were like, "Oh, this Veno does nothing," and I was like, this Veno does a lot." You are not paying attention. But yeah, congratulations, honestly, to you and your team on your first win here in the DPC, and hopefully it's not the last.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Before you take off, do you have anything you would like to say to the viewers, your fans and friends?
Red 2 was supposed to do this interview, but he couldn't talk because of his mom. She's like sleeping, and so we basically played entirety of game 3 with him on mute.
Oh,
He
my
didn't say a
goodness.
word. That was actually kind of funny, but yeah, that's it.
Rad. Sometimes weird circumstances end up working out.
Yeah. All right. I got one last question. Content packs. Have you submitted your stuff? You want people to buy your stuff? What do you got coming out?
I have no idea. I left that to my team.
Okay, we don't know,
We have
but
the
buy
power of
it.
Game Leap on our side, so
So there's other
sure
content
something
that you
good's
guys
coming.
have. Yeah. Right. Awesome stuff. Anyways, everybody buy Giant stuff. Send your money over to Electronic Boys with these content packs. They're coming out soon, I'm sure. It's only a matter of time, right?
It is only a
Yep.
matter of time. Time is endless though, Neff. So we'll see how that goes. But again, congratulations, Giant. You deserve a nice little break, and we will talk to you soon. You have a wonderful night.
All right, you guys too.
Neph, how you feeling, brother? We made it. Long day of Dota. I honestly wasn't really, we weren't really sure how this second series was going to go. The first series, quite one-sided, but here we are. We've made it to the end of the night. It's another day down for the NA DPC. I think we've done our job. What do you think, Neph? Do you think we did our job?
I think so. You know, we always get the work done over it here, and we get it done safely here at Beyond the Summit.
Yeah. Safety first,
we will.
always. You know, when it's a patch full of meteor hammers and falling rocks, you got to be prepared. Also, Valentine's Day is tomorrow, so happy early Valentine's Day, I suppose, for those of you who are going to be celebrating, and for those of you who aren't, maybe get yourself some safety gear. Yeah, sound about right? Sounds good to me. Neph, any final thoughts? Anything you want to say before we take off?
Hype series number 2 going to 3 games. Again, was expecting Jiang Hu to come out on top here, but congratulations to Electronic Boys on their first victory. Looking forward to their last 2 matches.
All right, sounds good. Thank you everyone for watching. My name's rkryptic. I'm always joined here by Neph, the absolute goat, and we'll see y'all next time. Have a good night.